Hi, my name is Thomas Wang, and today I'm here to talk about my recent life, and mostly I'm just talking about my biology project, where it's a study group project type of thing, which is pretty much why I'm screwed, and it's really not going to end well. And my grades this year have kind of been a bit rough, so that's not going to be great. And by rough, I mean they're not really that bad, alright? I still have all A's, but they're just not as good as they were last year. Because last year, I put everything into my grades. Literally, my soul and my every fiber of my being into my grades. And it paid off. You know, I got my A pluses, my 99 in math. It was fine, I guess. But, I think I was pretty depressed last year overall. And I'm just going to blame part of it on the fact that I tried really hard on my grades. And it could have been other things. In fact, it probably was. But I'm still going to blame the fact that I put a lot of effort into my grades. Like, obviously, it's good to put effort into your grades. But the amount that I was putting in last year was just kind of annoying to a point where I think it just kind of messed with me. It had some negative side effects. I think I was getting cut off from society. But anyways, this year, I'm kind of not putting as much focus into the grades. And like I said, it's not that my grades are bad, alright? I still have all A's right now. It's just last year, I had my 99. This year, I have my 94. It's a big difference. I just realized how much I exaggerated my situation. So yeah, my grades are actually fine. But I have this project in biology. You know, I took all honors classes because that's what we're supposed to do in my family. That's what I was told to do. And in honors biology, there's a science fair project. And usually, it's called a science fair project because it's exactly that, the science fair. The teacher, you do this whole... ask a question, do the experiment, make a billboard, present it, make it look cool, get a good grade. The teacher didn't like that because people did really boring and really crappy, irrelevant experiments. And that makes sense because if it were me, I would pick the dumbest possible, easiest thing to do that would still get me an A. And that's probably what most people did. But anyways, she didn't like that project, so she scrapped it and replaced it with a new piece of garbage. I don't know what it's called, but it's basically the same thing. But you work in a group. Now, you might think that's a good thing because you get a group, you get more people working on the same project. But she made the project way bigger. So, you make the project bigger, you make the group bigger. It's evened out, except it's so much worse because you're in a group with random people that you don't know. And a lot of people, they get in groups like with at least one friend. I know nobody in my group. Alright, so it's great. It's a learning experience, learning process. And I'm not antisocial, or I can talk to them. It's just, it hasn't been going well. And, as of right now, this project is due in like 3 days. At least not the project. It's been split into 3 parts. Alright, this stuff is due in like half of the year, alright? We're gonna be working on this for half a year together. And the first part of it is due in like a few days. And the first part is the essay part. You have to write a whole freaking essay. And the essay is about the size that it is for one person, so each person is supposed to, divide and conquer their own part of the essay. I'm kind of just, like, scrambling right now, though, because there's a certain person that, he's not doing as much work as he should, so as of right now, he has not contributed a single letter to this, document. So it's been really fun to work that out. But anyways, this thing is due in 3 days, and we're like halfway done, and we're basically screwed because no one's done any work. We even tried to meet at like a library, but then I was the only one that responded to that request, and then the other 2 just died in a hole or something. Either way, we're basically screwed, alright? We have the rest of this essay to finish in 3 days with the group, and the first thing is, I don't actually know how to research a certain part of this, because we did such a dumb question for our research that I don't think anyone actually cared about. We just randomly picked that and no one objected because everyone's antisocial. So we all objected to this no one objected to the dumb question, and now we're all working on this dumb question, and I don't even understand it. The question is, what is the effect of construction on our local watershed? And yeah, try deciphering what that means because I really don't know what it means. So I can't really research what I don't know what means. So now I'm in this crappy situation where we have this project due. Every day I look at the project, I go to the Google Doc, and I see that I'm the only one that's been checking in. Everyone else, the only time they get on to check the Google Doc is on the days that we get to work on it in class. And, but from my experience, from what I've heard, everyone else is also screwed because everyone, like, talks about it. They're like, yeah, we haven't done anything either, except for this one group. that my friend's a nerd, so he got it done within the first week. But that guy's just a nerd. So what I'm hoping is no one gets it done. We all get Fs, and then she reconsiders. That's the plan. That's not the plan. We're gonna have to like kick in some midnight study session at the last day before it's due, because we're all procrastinators, and that's how procrastination anxiety works. But yeah, some miracle is gonna have to happen in the next few days. But I'm just too lazy. Maybe I'll try to initiate something, but it just seems like a pain. But that's biology right now. Her grades, I really hate biology. It's like such a pain. Something about, learning about atom buildup, acids, polyolithic, saturated fat acids. I really can't be asked. It's just such a pain and so boring. And the worst thing is I have biology at the end of the day, so by then I'm asleep. I literally like half sleep during class. I do this in class, and like as much as that's a fake sleep, I'm like genuinely tired by that point. So it's like hard to process anything that I'm hearing. And also, I have study hall right before, which you might think is a good thing. Like, oh, you can rest up in that period and then go straight into science. But my math teacher is brutal, all right? He sends out pure work, pure paper, and I have to dedicate my whole study hall to that. So by the time I'm done with that, I head straight into biology and I take a nap. That's what I do. But like I said, I still have an A in her class. I don't think many other people like her class either. But either way, I'm still fine. A is for average. A is for Asian. That's how we do things. So biology is fine. Math, I said it before, it's a pain. This guy sends out pure work. He does not teach anything in class. He is a genius. He has these videos that he made during COVID year. So he just uses those. He posts a COVID video, and every other day we have to watch this COVID video and take notes exactly as it is done in the COVID video. And then what do you do in class? Well, he does not do, okay, I'm going to not be so toxic. He is fine, alright, he does something in class. He gives a brief run through of what the COVID video says, and then he goes off to his desk watching whatever he is watching on his computer while the rest of us work up on our work. And it's never over, alright? This is an infinite cycle. When we're close to being done with everything he's posted, he posts a buttload more of assignments that we have to do, and it's just a pain. But like, I don't even know why he chose this form of like grading, because we all have to do a bunch of paper assignments, take a picture of them, and then send it to him, and then he has to go through all of them individually and grade them all individually. And like, he could have just done it electronically, or just like everything about his class could be more efficient if he just decided to make it more efficient, but he didn't. So now everyone's suffering, even him. And I just don't know how he does it. But anyways, math is a pain, but like I said, still A. In fact, he gave these extra credit things that he gave a 40,000% on. So my grade was like over 100, but then it kind of dropped below 100. Now it's a 99, which is really sad. I was really funny to see a grade over 100 in math. But anyways, what's other? English, I absolutely hate English. We're reading this book, To Kill a Mockingbird. Nothing against the book. I'm sure it's great. I say I'm sure it's great because I've not been paying attention to what happens in the book, because ever since a while ago, my attention span has dropped through the floor, I should say. And I used to read a lot because my friends recommended me books, and then I read those books, and they were great books because me and my friends read the same crap. But then I exhausted my supply of recommendations, so I just stopped reading. So this is like the first long book that I've read in a while. So it's just processing words is just new to my brain again, especially long term. Every day we go in, we read like 3 chapters in the span of like 20 minutes. No, it's not that bad. But either way, I'm having trouble like understanding what's happening. I do this dumb thing where like my brain just goes through and it's like, yes, words. And then I take a moment, stop, and I realized that I wasn't understanding anything I just read. I was just like, yes, there are words here. I read through all the words, but I didn't actually process what any of it was actually meaning. I'm just a machine going through reading words and not processing its meaning. So then I have to go back and read it again really slowly and then actually think, yes, the bird ate a worm. What does that mean? And it's just really dumb. I feel like a child again, but either way, English is going to need some work. Not saying my grade is bad. Like I said, I'm still in all A's. I'm still in the good zone. It's just, I'm doing rough in that class. And then world history. We're currently learning about China in world history, which is really funny, because he asked, does anybody have Chinese ancestry? And then I raised my hand, and I'm pretty sure he was aiming that question at me because I was laughing at the class the whole time. But anyways, we're learning about that, and then I went to tell my dad about it, and then he said he's wrong and he's stupid. But I'm not going to tell him that, or else I'm going to get absolutely knocked upside the chin. That's not going to end well, basically, is what I'm saying. But anyways, my grade is fine in world history, like I said. There was this test we took recently that I got 3 questions wrong on, and it sucked. But no one's getting 100s. Like high school, as much as it's not that bad, but it's not like easy. It's definitely more difficult, but it's a learning process. All right. It's just taking a lot to get used to all this new stuff. I think I need to start getting some energy focused back into actually doing schoolwork instead of being an absolute idiot. But I think my high school year, I've been doing a lot of goofing off. I've been being an absolute crackhead, spending all my energy just being stupid, and it's been a lot of fun because being stupid is fun. But I'm gonna at least try to focus some energy back into my grades. But I will never go back to the way I was last year. All right. Every time I get into this half depressed phase, I just think to myself, no, this isn't happening again. And then I do something stupid to unphase myself. But basically, this year is a learning process. It's been a roller coaster. It's still a roller coaster. I'm still going through some things to figure out. And yeah, that's basically what's been going on recently. Marching band is still marching band. It's a lot of fun. We were supposed to have a competition that was this weekend, but then it got canceled by stupid Hurricane Ian. And this hurricane outside is not even a hurricane. It's been lightly drizzling for the past 2 days. And that is the crappiest hurricane to cancel a competition that I've ever seen. But anyways, that's my life recently. I'm screwed in my biology project. But anyways, that's all.